大家好，我是 Joe Creator. Today we will be listening to 不眠之夜, which is by the Hoyo-Mix team. You guys know them. This song has been released for Honkai Star Rail, also known as 崩坏星穹铁道. We already know that the Hoyo-Mix team have a great track record of bringing out good songs, but what's interesting about this one is it has a Chinese and an English version. Today, we're going to be listening to the Chinese version together, which is sung by Zhang Jie, and analyze it. But then I want to compare that performance with the American singer Jake Miller's performance. Okay, without further ado, let's listen. Okay. Oh, so jazzy already. Check out the dancing. Oh, I love it already. All the outfits and the vibe of the video are really good as well. Okay, we've got this halftime feel now. Building back up. Oh, the vocals here are so breathy, they're so staccato. Oh my god. They just go down to just like this little groovy bass, and the vocals, they're all jumping about everywhere. And then you get this sort of little like swung, like muted guitar or something, maybe just going and you're just building up that swing again to go into what we're into now. This is exciting. Oh, yes. What is that giant dustbin? Alright, and that's it. It's so snappy. I almost wanted that to be longer, but I enjoy the fact that it gets straight to the point and isn't messing around. Let's get into my thoughts. Firstly, I love this style of music. I sort of first heard it when EDM started getting bigger and bigger and more mainstream, and I feel like EDM artists were starting to explore more high-end MIDI and samples to be able to have these very realistic brass MIDI instruments and everything that you can hear in this track. And this is what allows you to have this like 4-to-the-floor kick drum and very synth-based bass lines, but on top of that, you have very realistic like brass lines and everything, and they can jump and hop around very frantically and create this hyper jazz feeling. I really like Zhang Jie's performance, and actually I've gone and listened to the English version as well, and I prefer the Chinese vocals for this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Take me away. Whoa, oh, be my savior, take me away. So I've got two reasons that I want to go into why I feel like this. And number one is that the Chinese language, I think, really lends itself to these short, snappy vocal lines. Not only are a lot of Chinese words 1 or 2 syllables long, but I feel like the Chinese language can get a lot of meaning across with very small amount of syllables being spoken or sang. And not only does it have a lot of short sounds, but it also has a lot of hard sounds as well. So a lot of t's and k's and drs and blah, 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 blah. Lots of hard sounds to play with to really get that emphasis on each character. Secondly, in terms of the vocal performances, Jake Miller's singing is very good. I just feel like Zhang Jie's performance is a lot more natural sounding and he's a lot more fluid. Perhaps this comes from just the language and the lyrics as well, but yeah, I just feel like Zhang Jie really nails the fluidity of being able to sing with this very fast, upbeat tempo, but giving it a cool style. Also, the arrangement and the video for this being so short, I think actually benefits it. It allows it to have this high energy throughout the whole song. There's no need for like a second verse to go more in depth with more words or anything like that. And the arrangement brings in and drops out instruments very, very quickly. It can go down to not a lot and then bring it back to the full arrangement very, very fast. It wastes no time in doing so. And for a quick paced song like this, I think that works well. I feel like the English lyrics are a little bit wishy-washy in their meaning and don't really flow too well, but the Chinese lyrics actually manage to have a bit of a story laid out in the way that it's told, a lot more than the English, I think, anyway. So thanks to Lin for doing a good job at directly translating these Chinese lyrics so I can do that comparison. And I think that this also ties into why you get so many Chinese proverbs that are still famous in the English language, because they're so good at conveying this meaning or this story with such few characters. And I'm interested to hear what your opinion on that is. Please comment it down below. So also, after listening to quite a few different Hoyo-Mix songs, then this track is definitely so much different to the ones that they also released last year for Honkai Star Rail. Just going back in time a little bit, you have this EP Shui Long Yin, which is very different. It's very dramatic, it's very serious. And then the other one that I was thinking of here that I had to go look up again was this one, which is OP Xingjian Lü Xing, which I guess has a more distinct hyperpop anime feel to it. But I just think it's great that they can expand into sort of so many different genres within the same universe and make them all sound really good. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on this song. Please leave your thoughts and opinions in a comment down below because I love to read them. Hoyo-Mix continue to hold this very high standard of music that they're putting out, and I hope that they can maintain it in the future because I think they're quite important to sort of miHoYo's games and universes overall, and I think that they're still the standard that other game companies should be trying to reach with their music and their videos, etc., etc. So thank you everybody for coming and listening to me once again. 谢谢大家听到我的评论，所以再见 and bye bye.